Hey, what is up guys, it's UJard. Today we are going to be doing a tier list for Kayle, a tier list for matchups. It's going to be what matchups I consider. This is going to be my opinion, by the way. Opinions obviously vary between people. There's a lot of sunlight in the background. Okay, opinions obviously vary between people, and yeah, do bear that in mind. It's going to be a tier list for all of Kayle's top lane matchups. It's gonna be only top lane, guys. I might do another one for mid lane. I don't really play mid lane Kayle, so I don't know why you guys would actually want to see that. In my spreadsheet, I do have a rating on the difficulty I think every matchup is. That includes every mid lane champion, everything. But right now, I only want to add top lane champions. There are some champions that I'm gonna exclude that are seen in the top lane here and there, but not really that much. So it's more of a niche situation. Like Warwick, you do see some Warwick's top, or Zack's top, or even Lissandra, Lulu, Karma, Kayn. You do see those champions top here and there, but not really that often. So I'm not going to include them in the video, just to make the video a little bit shorter. And yeah, let's start this. Start this video. So, gonna add F11 here. Yep, add 11. And yep, let's start with Aatrox. I actually think with Aatrox is a normal slash skill matchup. You can always bait his Q into the minion wave. A lot of them fall for that. Bait his Q, bait his abilities, bait his cooldowns. Most of them perma push into you, so that's exactly what you want is Kayle. Kayle, supposed to be a hard matchup, but right now, maybe Kayle, she's not that good of a champion right now. I'm still gonna add her to hard matchups right at the moment, but because Kayle does pose a little bit of a problem to Kayle after she gets level 6. It's a little bit of a problem. She can actually kill you very, very, very easily if you misplay or if you miss position. Camille, I'm gonna say it's a skill matchup. A lot of players have problem with Camille. As Kayle, I don't think she can kill you that easily. If I'm being completely honest, she can't kill you that easily. And on top of that, that only allows you to farm, which is obviously what you want. The thing with this matchup is that a lot of Camille's will roam a ton in the early game because you're turtling it up and she's a good roamer. So that's the thing. She might get fed a ton if she gets a couple of good roams and kills. Cassiopeia, it's a hard matchup. Harder than a Kayle in my opinion. So I'm going to add her here. You don't really see that or hear her that often in top lane, but when she's played by a very good Cassiopeia in top lane, she's very hard to deal with Kayle. Cho'Gath. The thing with Cho'Gath is that I think he's harder than these two. I'm gonna put him here. The thing with Cho'Gath is that you can't trade against him. You don't have the damage to actually trade against him. And you're not gonna be able to kill him unless he seriously misplays. He has insane sustain, so poking him is out of the question. You have to go for all-ins or very long trades against him, and he has to fail his abilities, miss his abilities, his Q and stuff. It's not an easy matchup whatsoever. Darius, I would say he was an easy matchup in season 10, but right now he's kind of hard because of Stridebreaker. Stridebreaker, in my opinion, should be removed from the game. It broke the game insanely hard. It gave champions like Darius, Set, and Garen tools that they're not supposed to have. So yeah, I think he's actually very hard right now. Not insane or not dodge, but I think he's hard. Mundo, I think he's easy. I don't like, you shouldn't really have that many problems against Mundo, especially if you run face rush. Run face rush. If he tries to all in you, you should only have problems against him if he tries to all in you next to his tower, because the lane is so long, right? he can actually run you down. But as long as you have your face rush proc, you can always escape that. Fiora's an easy matchup. I think she's actually easier than Mundo. Again, the only way she kills you is with an all-in next to her tower. That's about it. But you can actually outskill her really, really well. And she can't kill you that easily, honestly. So, Gangplank. I have kind of troubles. A little bit of trouble placing Gangplank. I'm gonna put him in hard, actually. The problem with this guy is that with Grasp and Sheen, now Sheen, like Season 10, he was probably a skill matchup, but right now it's kind of hard because he gets his Sheen at 700 gold instead of 1050 gold Season 10. And if he can poke you down with Sheen and Grasp procs, you're gonna have a really hard time. Although you do have Doran Shield, Second Wind. You do have your W and stuff, but still, it's kind of a difficult matchup because of the poke and the 700 gold Sheen. By the way, guys, most of the matchups are going to be like from hard to above because, well, you're Kayle and you're kind of bad in the early game, so a lot of matchups are really hard in the early game. I still think Gailer is free. Even if he has Stridebreaker, I still think this champion is so easy for kill. You shouldn't have problems with this champion. It's such a free lane. Gangplank, I mean Gragas, I think he's hard. He's gonna put him here. I just hate this champion so much. Maybe it's just me. This is my opinion, but I hate this champion, man. I think this champion lacks counterplay. Especially with face rush, is just insane. Gnar. I'm actually gonna put him here, above Darius, and in a hard matchup. But I think this is just because he's kind of broken right now. Gnar is probably the highest pick rate top laner at the moment. Don't quote me on that. I think he's the highest pick rate top laner at the moment because he's so strong. And yeah, gonna put him in hard. Heimerdinger. Gonna put him in skill matchup. Most of them just spam their turrets and they're gonna perma push into you. All you have to do is tell your jungler to not gank him because he's gonna 1v2 you guys, especially since you have kill. You're pretty bad. Pretty bad in the early game. Hecarim, I'm gonna put him right here. Hard matchup, but not as hard as all of these. If he can completely zone you from minions and like freeze on you. But yeah, I mean, he's not a terrible matchup whatsoever. Alawi, I'm gonna say easy. He's not free? No, I'm gonna say easy, but yeah, just like right there, in my opinion. No, she's not free whatsoever. Her levels 1 to 5 against Kayle are pretty bad, and she can actually poke you down and make you go back. But like, your ultimate counters her so much in team fights, in level. Like, she can't all in someone easily because of your ultimate. Aurelia, dodge. You dodge. Maybe she's just... Nah, you dodge. You dodge. Aurelia is so... Like, it's such a hard lane for Kayle, man. Such a hard lane. It's... I think it's the only lane for Kayle that doesn't get easier at level 6. I think it's the only one, if I'm not mistaken. No, maybe Tryndamere too. Because I'm gonna add Tryndamere right now, but I think he's insane. I don't think he's dodge. The thing with Aurelia is that if she hits her E after level 6, you're dead. Even if you have flash, you're just gonna die because she's just gonna ult you. And she has like 3 or 4 Qs and you're not going to survive that. With Tryndamere, it gets a lot harder level 6 because his ultimate cooldown is a lot lower than your cooldown. So he can just trade cooldown for cooldown, and then as soon as he has it back, he's just going to dive you. And both of them can freeze on you. Both of them are really hard matchups. But I think Tryndamere is a little bit easier than Aurelia. Jax, I want to say he's either insane or hard. If he's hard, he's like the hardest matchup in hard, but I'm gonna say insane. He's low insane though. I don't think he's that hard as hard as Tryndamere. Jace is pretty hard. He has insane early game. He can poke you down. You do have your teleport against Doran Shield, second win and stuff, but yeah. This champion is kind of hard to deal against. Once you're level 6, it gets a lot easier though, because he does not have an ultimate and you do, and you get range, so it gets a lot easier. Kalista's kind of hard, but I'm gonna add her right around here. She got nerfed a lot in top lane. Her win rate is not really that good, and honestly, a lot of people don't play her anymore. So, but if you do see a Kalista, do know that it's gonna be somewhat of a difficult matchup. Kennen. Oh man, I haven't seen Kennen in so long. I actually think I haven't played against Kennen in season 11 now that I think about it. Maybe once. Okay, so I don't know what happened to this champion. This champion used to be very popular because he was insanely broken in like season 9 or 8. I don't remember. He was so strong. I don't think he's harder than these ones though. I'm gonna put him here. Or maybe no. I might put him here actually. He's not the best champion right now. He's kind of weak. Kled is, do I want to say insane? Maybe. He's low insane though. Or hard. You can put him here or here. It doesn't really matter. Lucian. Gonna put him around here. Like about the same tier as Jace. They're both practically like equally hard to deal against levels 1 to 5. They're very, very hard to deal against, but it does get better. It's not the worst matchup in the world. Malphite is actually really hard. Especially right now, since most of the time you're going AD. If you're against Malphite, don't go AD, guys. It's really bad. I'm gonna put him right. I don't know. These 3 champions can be put either way. No, I don't think he's as hard at. Like, I don't think he belongs in the same tier as Tryndamere. I'm gonna put him right there. He's really hard though. Maokai. Skill matchup, normal. I'm gonna put him right there. Mordekaiser's pretty easy, guys. You should bait his abilities, and yep. If he misses his E, he's pretty screwed. You can go for all-ins or really long trades. Yeah, I'm gonna put him right there. Nasus. The thing with Nasus is that you can't. It's a farm lane because you can't kill him, and he can actually kill you if you misplay a little bit, but he can't really kill you. Have face rush up. If he has ghost and flash, he can still kill you though. I'm gonna put him right above these two. I think he's harder than Camille and Aatrox. Nico. I'm only putting Nico in the top lane tier list because AD Nico is a thing, guys. Don't forget that AD Nico is a thing, and she can screw Kayle over really, really hard. I'm gonna put her right here. No, right here. I think she's better than Jax and Kled into Kayle. Do you really see Olaf top lane? I think this guy, I shouldn't have added him, honestly. Like, if I add him, he's like right here, but I shouldn't have added him. Ornn. I don't think he's as easy as people think he is. A lot of people think he's a free matchup. I don't think he's easy or free in my opinion. I think he's like a skill matchup. Pantheon, pretty hard, but not as hard as you might think. I'm gonna put him right here. You have to survive the first 5 levels. That's about it. Level 6, this matchup becomes so much easier because you get levels, like you get your range, you get your ultimate, and he doesn't have like 1v1 ultimate, so yeah, he's gonna roam a lot, but it's not a hard matchup after level 6. So take double armor runes if you're having trouble with him, and yeah, just sustain up. Poppy, I'm just gonna add her right here. Actually, she's kind of broken right now. Well, not broken, but she's kind of strong. Gonna add her right here. She's not broken, but she's really strong right now. She has a very high win rate at the moment. Quinn. Gonna add her with Jace and Lucian, but a little bit higher. She's kind of hard to deal against. Renekton. Gonna add him like right here. A good Renekton can actually... It's a somewhat of a hard matchup if it's a good Renekton. A lot of them do dive you. A lot of them do force your cooldown. And yeah, he's a lane bully after all. So if you can survive the lane against him, you're gonna have a really good time. Rengar. I don't know if I should add him to dodge or to insane. I think dodge. Yeah, he's dodge. This matchup is really hard for Kayle, guys. In top lane, he can just abuse the bushes, and there's not much you can do as Kayle, guys. Rumble. I have to remember, I played against a Rumble. I played against Rumble a lot from time to time, and I stopped playing against him with Kayle because I thought he was very hard, in my opinion. This might be a little bit controversial, but I'm gonna put him right there. Again, this is my opinion after all, so give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, like I'm gonna put him right there in my opinion. It might be a little bit controversial, but yeah. Riven is a dodge, especially right now. I actually think she's actually better than Aurelia and Rengar. I think she's the worst matchup for Kayle at the moment. Because Riven is kind of busted. Riven should have not gotten that E buff. She was actually pretty strong in high elo. But yeah. Riven right now, in my opinion, it's an unplayable matchup. At least with Aurelia, you can outplay her. And you can actually beat... I've beaten a lot of Aurelias. With Riven, I can't play Kayle. I just can't play Kayle. I have to pick anything else. I just can't pick the champion. Bryce is kind of a hard matchup. I'm gonna put him into... No, I think Darius is harder. I think Galavi's harder. I'm gonna put him like right here. If he's not an easy match for Kayle. Set. Actually, season 10 he was pretty easy. Right now, because of Stridebreaker, gonna put him right here. Just next to Ornn. I think they're about the same difficulty, in my opinion. Shaco. I think this is actually free. Shaco's so bad right now, and he keeps getting nerfed as a support, and they keep nerfing him for top lane. The thing with Shaco is that he has to rely on you being very greedy and aggressive for him to actually cheese him with your boxes. But you don't really need to do that as Kayle. You can literally AFK farm and just stand by your minions, and he can't really cheese you. So in my opinion, this is such a free lane for Kayle. Not as free as Garen though. Like, he can still kill you if you misplay, but like, you can buy Cole against this guy, and you can skill for free, in my opinion. Yeah. Shen. This might be a little bit controversial, guys, but I'm going to put him in hard right now. I know a lot of people pick Kayle into Shen. No, maybe he's just a skill matchup. I'm not going to be biased. I hate this champion. I really do hate this champion, but I'm not going to be biased to this. I'm going to put him right here. That seems fair. If this was like my opinion and no one else's, I would have put him in hard because I hate this champion. I think this champion's toxic for the game because he has pressure on the map the whole game, just as Twisted Fate, just as Evelyn. I hate those three champions a lot. But yeah. I'm gonna put him here. Singe is kinda easy. You can, again, most of them will literally, I don't think he's that easy though. I'm gonna put him like low normal. Most of them, proxy, you can literally just say, tell your jungler to not gank him, don't go for him. Don't gank him, don't go for the Singe. You just buy cool. You're gonna farm for free. A lot of them will keep on proxying. I don't know why, but to just do it. And you're gonna skill for free on a lot of those matchups. Sion is kind of hard, actually. You can't really kill this champion with Kayle. He just has way too much disengage. If you try to go for an all-in, he's gonna try and disengage with his E, with his Q, with his shield. And yeah, you can't really push him into tower that easily because of his Q and his shield. So gonna put him around that seems fair for Sion. Silas, I think, is a skill matchup. I've never really had that many problems against him. I'm gonna put him like next to Camille. Teemo again. Gonna put him like right here. Right here. Like, he's not a bad matchup for Kayle. You can literally just max your Q. And like the thing is, second win in Dorian Shield mess up Teemo so much. It's just so bad for him. Urgot. Gonna add him next to Renekton. Not the hardest matchup. It's still in hard, but it's not the hardest matchup. I actually think this girl belongs here next to Teemo. Like right here. It's not a bad matchup for Kayle. You can literally do this. It's the same as the Teemo matchup. Max your Q, Dorian Shield. Second win. If you need more points into your W, add more points into your W. Doesn't really matter. But you shouldn't really have that many problems against Vayne. Vladimir. I haven't seen Vladimir in top lane in so long, man. I'm gonna add him like right here. Next to Singe. No. Maybe right here. A little bit up. This guy's an insane matchup. I think he goes around here. Yeah, I don't think he's as bad as Tryndamere, but I think he's better than all of these against Kayle. Yeah, I think that's fair for Wukong. He's a really tough lane for Kayle. Yasuo. I'm actually gonna add him like right here. I think he's harder than these. I'm gonna add him here. Below Nasus. Above Aatrox and Camille. That seems fair. Yorick is actually pretty hard. I wouldn't recommend picking Kayle against Yorick. His cage messes you up a little bit. And if the Yorick is a little bit smart, he'll put 1 or 2 more points into his cage. Well, 1 more point. So it's 3 auto attacks instead of 2, so you just can't like insta kill it with your auto attack plus E. Becomes a little bit of a hard matchup. Gonna put him right here, I think. No, Darius is kind of stupid at the moment with Ghost and Strikebreaker. Gonna put him right there. Volibear is pretty easy. gonna add him like right here. Yeah. No, I think Fiora's a little bit harder though. No, Volibear's a little bit harder. Yone's kind of insane against Kayle. Yone's not that easy of a matchup. Gonna put him right here. No, gonna put him here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's fair. I tried to judge them not based on me. I tried to not be biased, and I tried to compliment like if they're strong in this patch or not. I think that's pretty accurate and fair for your Kayle actually. I would dodge either of these three, honestly. They're just so bad for Kayle. These are still playable, but I would not play them. I would not pick Kayle into these. Maybe these. I would start picking Kayle against maybe Cyan and below. Yeah, maybe Cyan and below. Like Kayle becomes a pickable champion, but like Cyan, like from Gragas and above, I wouldn't pick Kayle. Against these against some champions, it's kind of winnable, like against Lucian and stuff, but it's still kind of a hard. It's like still kind of hard matchups for Kayle. But yeah, that's gonna be my matchup tier list for Kayle, guys. Definitely let me know what you think about it. Again, this is very opinion based, so your opinion might differ on mine. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed the content, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Have a nice day.